Strange how that red's starting to come down the table.
And 35 with his first visit. And that set the tone for surely the most complete performance of his career to date. He was out. Mark Selby. But Lisowski has the winning record. He's won 4 of their previous 7 meets.
Well, nicely played. But touch the red save and punish him. Seen another plant if he's come far enough.
22.
And still hasn't. Oh, well.
Took us to every shot.
29.
Well, again, that was missable, that shot, with an unforced error. Now he's got the balls. As I say, he did the same thing yesterday
37.
against Dave.
$45.
A couple of reds. This was a simple shot to play.
53.
And then he's going to need to touch them in some way, unless there's more red. No, is it a plant to the middle?
61.
Do with the cue ball here.
Well, this red goes to the middle, no need. Yeah, well played.
9.
What a start from Jack. 1 snooker to tie. Two snookers needed.
73.
Needs a safety shot, Mark Selby. I think that's
Like Lisowski.
probably played the black to the cushion, actually. Red to the cushion, just above. Well, the red goes. And that makes absolutely sure of this game. Or maybe just a little pot. Look at that. Brilliant.
It's Mark Allen.
9.
And this is just what he would have imagined in final.
Yes, and what's been Mark Selby's mind is the last 3.
17.
It wasn't one of the smaller events. It was the Shanghai Masters. So that's still fresh in Mark Selby's mind.
Yes, it was the poor break-off that did for Selby in this opening frame, bringing a red up the table.
32.
Jack Lisowski did the damage.
33.
Playing with a new cue this season.
38.
Broke consistent, couple of finals, semi-final, 4 other ranking quarter-finals.
40.
Neil Roberts' appearances in Riga and in China.
43.
But I doubt that Jack Lisowski has ever
47.
played as he's done in this tournament so far. Remember, he's already beaten John Higgins. All 3 of those outstanding
58.
victories.
Foul.
Can he go all the way today? Well, that's free trophy aloft this evening. 1-0, courtesy of a break of 73 after Mark Selby brought a red back up the table of his break.
Close, but he was going into that red. Now, he needs a bit of luck. The way. He's on it. He's on it. It's a good pot. Didn't get enough stun on the cue.
Jack Lisowski, 8.
Only Ding Junhui at the Shanghai Masters 3 years ago beat him in a title match.
Went for the red. But to be fair,
One.
Mark Allen
Lisowski went for a lot of balls like the one he's...
9.
And then has to start thinking about going into them.
17. Foul.
Oh, that's very, very unfortunate.
1.
And that's Wade.
Nine.
Finals, as Philip said.
17.
Split them beautifully, but knocking in a red with the blue.
Right-handed.
33.
Nobody quite does it as good as Ronnie O'Sullivan, of course. But what a shot to have. That wobbled a little, needed the black, but by going up for the blue he needs another red.
49.
But he's the right side of the blue. A little kick.
55.
Took the pace up.
Pink stays out, so he'll
Lisowski,
certainly play on.
55. 1.
And this is some safety play that Lisowski could have done without.
9. Selby 8.
To get him out of that zone. Played it at a good speed, not to leave a free ball. Had he missed. Try and force Mark Selby to pop the red. Looks good. Looks good. Pushing it over the pop. It's not far away. Excellent effort. Behind the green.
Repeated tactically, and that was key. He's got to do that again today.
One. Lisowski 1 and the second frame.
So Jack Lisowski doubled exceptionally well. 3 half-century breaks already. Selby, yes, was unlucky in the previous one, knocking in a red with the blue. But crucial.
Well, that was a very fortunate double kiss. Well, caught it just a little thin. Oh, what a shot. Screwing the cue ball out of danger. Oh, wow, again. And I think he may be on. Another good pop. And if he misses the blue, which he has, He's perfectly on it.
Miss anything. And he missed precious little last night. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
Foul.
Well, it's...
Lisowski 7.
So,
1.
chance for Selby. Oh, you couldn't have played it any better.
Selby's standout win of the week was, of course, Selby stood up to the pressure.
Well, he's gonna... Well, please don't. Oh, what a good recovery. Played it well.
Event before he made the semi-finals
29.
in Belfast, losing to O'Sullivan in dramatic.
Higgins in Ireland. So checking to see if the pink spots, but
36.
well, not good. With colours.
50.
It's looking like a carbon copy of the previous frame, Jack.
50.
Yes, and that ensures the sound. So Selby get it.
63.
Could have been so different. But by the same token, Mark Selby knocked to Reading, so...
It's a terrific start to the final, isn't it? Both players look to be cute.
50.
That's a good response by one of these two players. Later this evening, Jack Lisowski leading Mark Selby 2-1. Lisowski, of course, going for his first major prize.
Oh, clean as a whistle. And could have done without the kiss.
1.
He's just overhit.
Mark Selby 5.
Excellent safety. Perfect. He's pushed one over the corner. And Selby can see the...
1.
Lisowski had a great chance to lift his first major title.
9.
And this time, he is...
17. 25. 33.
He really did, straight away. He looks really up for it.
His performance in the final of the English Open. But this week, whenever we've seen him on the match table, he's looked sharp as a tack.
46.
Well, that rattled a little. Clean. Went into the...
62.
Didn't miss it though. make it 2 each.
70.
Absorb that early onslaught and come back with a couple of big strikes of
Mark Selby, 75 and a free.
a thoroughly entertaining quartet of frames. Their 8th meeting, Lisowski has won 4 of the previous 7, including this season's Shanghai Masters by a ranking titleist.
Again. Well, look at that for a shot. Screw with check side.
1. Six.
Mark Selby was... But he's missed that one, and that is a surprise.
To that red. Is it hard enough? Is it hard enough? Well, this is a cheeky shot, reading off the red.
Checked it.
Well, could be a re-rack. Depend on. Wouldn't imagine that is going anywhere.
What do you think?
To try and cover this red over the left corner. And he's played it with a little bit more side on the cue ball this time. And managed to cover it. To get that. It hasn't hit it hard enough. The jack in a safety success. Another good safety. Now, will jack be tempted by...
One.
What a great shot. Fantastic pot. And he's earned himself, and I say earned himself, a real good chance.
Very fine line.
Although, to be fair, Philip, he
7.
played the cue ball into a nice area there, didn't leave anything. A shot.
Yeah, but as you say, if he had missed it...
It would have been over the lip.
16.
Well, he potted the red badly, and that's why the cue ball's stuck in the park there. Referee keeping a close eye on things there. That red was coming back down the tip. Just the taint. Good pot.
1.
Needs another. He struck that so sweet.
7.
But it,
13.
The losing his 2-0 lead.
yeah, I think that's a good word. And he has done.
Check Lisowski, 20.
Positional play wasn't good enough in that. But a let off. And if Lisowski can see this red to the middle.
1.
Nice little rub on the blue, but it...
7.
Well, that's another good kiss on the yellow. Push.
And that was the first time really that a player has been in and the opportunity to punish that and at least get right back in the frame.
11.
Well, very cleverly, he didn't bring the red up.
17.
2 snookers required.
20.
Punished for his error. Selby missing straight away with the red to left centre.
Lisowski 24 in the frame.
And Selby remains seated. So Jack was out. Selby picking him back at the interval, but a couple of missed pots from Selby in that frame. The blue with the rest into the yellow pocket when he was in, and then when he had the chance to counter-attack after Lisowski missed.
Not sure if he got a kick there. Well, that was an excellent pot. He's missed it. Oh, that's incredible. After getting that good red, missing a relatively easy blue. Caught the middle pocket bump. He needs a kiss.
Okay. Seven.
Perfectly played. Now, choices. How's your luck? Well, that kiss on the pink has left him on the red to the middle. Pink spot's held.
13.
Again, that only just went. That's the whip.
19.
This time, just got the right.
20. 25.
Now, where's the pink gonna go?
$32. 39.
And to take the more difficult red to gain position, a two-frame lead. And Selby doing.
45.
Selby.
Yes, went this week. He scored well.
52.
To attack the balls that we've seen for quite some time. His final.
59.
Yes, and probably down to Ronnie, a bit like Ding Junhui when he won the UK the week before. Pete O'Sullivan.
Benchmark, doesn't he, in that regard? Look at what Judd
66.
trumped with the world rankings and world champion for the first time. Any time you can beat O'Sullivan in a big event.
Selby on this week. It was a fantastic match.
73.
This rain, long since.
Caught the cameraman out there. What a pot.
It certainly was.
Host of other big breaks.
80.
And trying to bring the black into play as well.
87.
To hold the cue ball.
92.
As you say, beautiful shot.
90. 99.
Yes, the pain has all had the chance. Giving it back to your opponent. Lisowski missing a blue that he looks sharp as a tack.
106, 10.
Down there from Marcel. And what a clearance.
Selby breaking off then. And he's played it with a little bit more side on the cue ball, trying to hide this red to the left corner. Middle Selby, and Jack punished, won the frame. Then in the next frame, he's broke off a great 117, which he wouldn't have been able to get had he not missed the blue, Lisowski. That's a good safety. Looks a little slow. Didn't play to hit that red. But perfect. What a shot. Well worth waiting for.
Eight.
The slightest nudge.
16.
Oh, didn't get into the meat of them. And a good recovery shot. Cue ball though, just travelling on 22. Yeah, Selby not bothered about the 5 points that he would have got for the blue.
24.
Played a good.
He started with those two early frames, the fact that Selby had been unlucky to go with the red and the blue.
Lisowski missed in the last frame, which could have took him into a 2-frame lead. It's all changed since then. To bringing in reds out into the open. Did of getting that cue ball. Did on the cushion behind the green. Caught it just a little bit too thick. Similar thing for Lisowski. Caught it too thick. Well, that's opened things up. And a good attempt to get good safety. Red's coming down the table. And he's left it on.
One. Seven.
And as mentioned earlier, a tremendous conversion rate of late, having won 13 of his past 14.
15.
Played it with the
22.
Well, that's a mistake. Didn't mean to catch the red. Lisowski at last. Having said that, he's
Marcel.
coming to the table snookered.
27.
Still 83 there.
Well, Selby will be pleased. misframed ball.
Mark Selby.
The black tied up.
Well, you can't hit them much better than that. So no attempt at the pot. Chance of the snooker. Caught it just a little bit too thin. Yeah, the safety last shot from Lisowski wasn't good enough, and it's cost him the frame.
Mark Selby. 1.
Just one snooker needed, so well.
Foul. Mark Selby 4. Frame conceded.
Well, Jack Lisowski has scored. Just Open final underway, and just signs that Mark Selby is beginning to get on top in this showpiece. He's won 4 of the last 5 frames.
Got that red, and that led him onto the blue. Since missing that blue, he hasn't scored a point. Good pot. Now, what can he do with it?
After 7. Lisowski looking to finish this session as he started on
The pink. Full as all, playing for the blue. Another good pot. Needs a decent bounce.
9. 10.
To them. Well,
80.
good pot. Well, he's got
24.
didn't want the kick. And he hasn't got away with it either.
1.
Well, not ideally on the next red, but
9.
yeah, good pot.
17.
to the final session. Lisowski was first in.
Although really, the pink, when it didn't get onto the red as he intended.
2.
And the way that Mark Selby's playing now, you fear the worst for Jack Lisowski.
26.
He had to score that. And if you don't take full advantage against Selby, he will.
In the early stages of this final, that's been the catalyst for
34.
Selby finding
42.
And when he takes this red,
50.
I think there have been periods over the last couple of seasons winning those 8 Triple Crown titles, and where has that error come from? Goodness me.
Mark Selby.
that is incredible. But what a chance here. Well, it was never easy. He was nicely on the pink to develop the pink. But well, still in with a chance. It's red over the pocket. Caught it a little bit thin. On the left arm. I missed it by a long way. Doesn't want the full ball kiss. And that little rub. Yeah, good pot.
1.
Lisowski
Max
would have.
Selby. Foul and a miss.
How's your luck? How's your luck?
Session. Right now, you'll be highly delighted to be level pegging, having been outplayed in the second half of this first session of the final.
Low, he's in trouble next shot. So took the risk. And he's left it on. Yeah, Mr.
Has seen Mark Selby win 5 out of 6, barring snookers.
Max Selby.
Well, I really am to the black. It's absolutely guaranteed this frame. At 2 snookers is attainable. Pink's in a pretty good spot. Green and brown.
Then
Max.
to the